Okay, the following problem, just to remind everybody what we went over the other day. This problem says find the value of z. Well, that's, yeah. Find the value at z.11. So they want to know the 11th percentile. So 11%, which means area means 0.1100, which means probability is 0.1100. Trying to give you a hint there. What are they giving you? Area or z-score? Giving you the area, 0.1100. That's why I gave you 4 digits. Draw you a picture. And they want to know the 11th percentile. Draw a picture. That means get a pencil out, paper. Put brain in gear. How you doing? All right, as we said the other day, 11% is going to be, well, 13% is right here. So if that 13% recognizes all of this, or this 16% is right about here. So 16%, I'm just going to draw a line right in, well, I'm not going to draw that line, but you can draw a straight line, try to, and we'll do it in red. I'll just put it right in here. where I'm saying that 11% is right in here. Just forget it. You can understand it. All right. So 11% is right in here. We got to have a z-score. It looks like to me it's going to fall between -1 and -2. So pull up your handy dandy calculator. And as I was showing you in class the other day, you can actually do inverse norm and type in 0.1100, and it will give you your answer if you can get your calculator to come up eventually. So that's going to be second function, vars, inverse norm 0.1100, -1.23. All right, now while we got this one on here, let's do one more between, and then I think y'all will be ready to go into the next part of the section. So let's get rid of this guy. Can't hit the delete button, you got to go through and do that. Found that out in my training that I haven't had. Okay, so let's do another one. Give me the area between 2.5, -2.5, and 0.75. Don't look like 0.75, but don't look at the picture, just look at the numbers. All right, try that one. Now you can either do it by table or by calculator, whichever one you want to do. And if you can't do it either, then we all know what that means. Now, if you use the table, you're going to have to subtract the smaller area from the what? From the larger area. So, if you look in your handy dandy table, which I made this one up, so you're going to have to look, or I can punch it in on here. And then this is my table, okay? Y'all gonna look up -2.5 on your table. So it'd be 2.5, -2.5 on the negative table, and then the first column, which is 0, 2.50. Or you can take your handy dandy calculator, second vars, normal CDF. What's infinity on the calculator? Well, negative 9999. You won't put 4 nines, you can put 4 nines. You won't put 5 nines, you can put 6 nines, whatever you want to do. Okay, comma, and then negative 2.5. Close parentheses. That gives us 0.0006 or 0.006. All right. Now, as far as the 999s go, you probably want to stay above 3 digits. You don't want to go below 3 digits, like 99. I'd probably stay at 3 or more digits. So write that down. That's going to be 0.006. Might want to take it to how many digits? 4. 0, 0. Let me just change the problem. 0062. That's the yellow. And then the green, second entry. And change this guy to 0.75. .7734. So the green area is 0.7. This mouse does not want to write good. It doesn't have anything to do with the operator. 3, 4. 0.7734. I had to watch the chipmunks last night. Oh, I hate the chipmunks. My son wanted to watch the chipmunk movie. I told him, pick out a movie. I'm not going to do that again. I thought he was going to pick out something good. 7734. Okay, y'all don't have to talk. 0.0062. I did watch a weird movie the other night with Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton on it, called The Plan. Has anybody ever seen that movie? Oh my gosh, it's depressing. Don't watch it. It's kind of like Flight with Denzel Washington. It's depressing. Don't watch it. Anyway, I don't know when the movie was done, but it's a good movie, good acting, but just depressing. 4, 2, that's 2. 13 minus 6, 7, right? And 76 minus 0 is 76. Is that what y'all got? Now let's put it through the handy dandy calculator and see what it gets. So we go second bars in normal CDF, and then negative 2.5, comma, 0.75. It's a miracle. 0.7672. Impress your friends. Carry your calculator with you and you can impress anybody. Tell how much I use it. Alright, so we've done probably 2 or 3 negatives, we've done 2 or 3 positives, and we've done 2 or 3 in-betweens. So I don't want to hear anybody say, well, I don't know how to do it. Because we've done at least 6 or 8 problems showing you how to do it. We've done 3 or 4 showing you how to do it with the calculator, and the rest of them we showed you how to do it by the table. So expect, if I give you 20 questions on a test, expect 8 to be these problems right here. Okay? Because 80% of your test is going to come from 7.2. Okay? Now, where's the other 40%? Well, we're fixing to go into it today. I'm just going to go to the homework because that's the best place to come up, bring it up. I think it's after, well, this is a study plan. This is not the homework. So I'm just picking out problems. All right, look at that problem. And I'll try to make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. It says assume the random variable x is normally distributed, blah, 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 with a mean of, I can do that. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, I know why. You got to change this to that. There we go. And the mean is 50, and the standard deviation is 7. So first thing you do is draw what? Draw a picture. Got tired of drawing them things yet? Made any copies yet? No. No, it takes 3 or 4 days to print it out. And then another 3 or 4 days to copy it by hand. Real rough stuff. Mr. Kathy, did you get your test taken?
No, did you open it?
Yeah.
I had a game during last night, so
Priority.
he said remind me that we would do that.
I did it. I think I did, but the way this thing's been acting lately, I set the homework the other day, and the girl sitting in the lobby the other day and said, the homework's not on. I saw you turn it on, but it's not on. And I'm like, I had to go back into it and do it. So I think it's open. Already took 30 points off on it, so the highest grade you can make is 70, so I wouldn't even take it. Just get a 0. Draw a picture. Of course, I can't bring in the little do-jigger, so, well, 50 and 7. I'm not going to draw that thing. I'm getting tired of drawing that thing. I know I'm getting tired of it. I know y'all are. But, so there we go. And I'm just going to do this. It's easier to do this than erase because the eraser is only about that big. We're going to get training on these things one of these days. All right, so these are no good anymore because you've got what? A 50 in the middle. And what was standard deviation?
7.
So that's 57 here, 64, and you don't need to go to 3, but since my picture has 3, I'm going to go ahead and go to 3 because 95% is going to fall within 2 standard deviations. But 64 plus 7 is what? 71. 50 minus 7 is 43. 43 minus 7 is, I have no idea, 36. And 36 minus 7 is 20. Huh? Thank you. I'm not very good with subtraction, believe it or not. All right, so draw your picture. It says they want to know what scores are higher than what? 41. So you're going to take your handy dandy highlighter and you're going to highlight. Well, 36 to 40, that'd be 40 in the middle right here, so somewhere right in there. There you go. They want to know that green area right there. So go ahead and find that area. On the old program, we used to take a paint can and just put the paint can in there and fill it up, but we don't have any paint can on this thing. But we're going to get training. It's a conspiracy. What do we need to do? Just look up 41 in your Z table. Doesn't go with 41, does it? So what do you got to do? Okay, that's not rhetorical. I'm asking y'all to interact with me. Okay. What is that called?
I have no idea.
Z-score formula. X minus X bar over standard deviation. Good job, Miss Ewell. Even though you couldn't remember the name of the daggum formula. God, what a disappointment. All right. Can't expect too much from stir. All right. X minus X bar over standard deviation. So that means 41 minus 50 over 7. Now 41 minus 50 is what? 9? Negative 9, thank you. So that's negative 9 sevenths. And that's going to be negative 1 point, and 7 will go in 7, 1.68 or something.
No,
Somebody.
1.28.
I'm sorry, what?
1.28.
1.28. 1.28. Thank you. Now you got your Z-score, so what can you do? Look it up or use your calculator. But if you look it up, what do you got to remember? Which side are we wanting? Left-hand side or right-hand side? Right-hand side. And what is the right-hand side? 1 minus the left-hand side. Your table only gives you the left-hand side. So I'm going to take my handy-dandy red highlighter. Let's go with something lighter. Dang old pink. It says pink, but it looks like mauve. Anyway, the reason I'm painting it a red color is because that's what you do not want. That's not what the question's asking for. Remember, greater than, more than, higher than, whenever you see those words or symbols, that means you want the right-hand side. The table only gives you the left-hand side. So if you want the right-hand side, you've got to take 1, which is the whole area, and minus the pink area, if you use the table. If you don't use the table, then you go from 1 point negative, that's a new number, negative 1.28 to what? 9999. All right, so just for giggles, somebody look up, well, nobody's got the table. Heck, y'all can't even print out.
The table is.
You got the table?
It's 0.1003.
0.1003. And that's the left-hand side. So now we're going to take 1 away from that. Well, that's 10 cents. So you're going to have 89 something 7. What is it? 89.97. So this area is 0.8997. So you got a 90% chance of your score being above 41. Now this is the section where you actually see the application, because before it was just 0, 1, and 2, and it was just showing you how to use the scale. Now you have practical application where this is test scores. It could be test scores. What is the probability, based on this research, that I'm going to have a student make above a 41 in the class, or whatever the test score is, whatever application you can put this to. And I've got an 89% chance. So that tells me that the test that I'm using is probably valid. What if I came up and it said above 41 is 0.001? then that tells me that the test sucks. Okay? Because the research tells me that nobody can what? Make above a 41 or whatever the case may be. You don't have to be 41. You put 91 in there if you wanted to. Okay? So this is our first one. This one, we were given what? We were given a score. Score, whenever you see score or a whatever, it's going to have something to do with X. This guy right here. And then X bar, over standard deviation. Now remember, we got another formula that's called X is equal to odds plus mu. Write that one down again to kind of, because we're going to be using that one also. Capiche? All right, let's do another. Well, let's see if we got it right. What, at 0.8997? Looks like this guy. That's all they ask you? Well, hell, I'm trying to look for it. Where is it? Oh, continue. Sorry. Point. Yeah. Then you got to go searching. Okay. Did I write down did I do it right? Well, they got 0.9007. Well, let's see what happens when you punch it in the calculator. Second bars, normal CDF. Y'all got to tell what it was, negative what? Or
1.280.
1.28, comma, 9999. I don't know why they got a different answer, but that's the answer. Did we get we got that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, they suck. We don't. All right, let's see what this one says. Same type. Let you look at it. It says, assume 50 and standard deviation is 7. Find the probability of a test score being above 35. $50 and 7, score being above 35. Looks like to me that you actually could draw some of these things with 50 and 7 because we've already done 2 problems and they have the same standard deviation. 57, 64, 71, 33, 36, 29. How's that bow tie doing with those tires on it? Is it able to pull it? You sure? All they had to wait. I didn't know that bow tie would pull it. What? I didn't understand the words you just said. I heard parking lot. Oh, okay. Whatever. I don't know what this guy's problem was beside me, and y'all may know him, and if you do, he's got problems. But I'm sitting at the red light. Okay, I'm 49 years, I'm 48, 49 years old. I don't, one of the two, 50, somewhere around there. All right, and I'm sitting at the red light. This guy pulls up in a white, one of those Silverado Tonka looking trucks, white truck. And he's revving up his engine, and I'm looking there going, really? This guy is really doing what I think he's doing. And anyway, he took off. And somebody pulled out right in front of him, right here in front of the school, right here. I was like, and he looked like he was about this tall, so he probably had a short thing going on. I don't know. It was white. You know, anybody with a white diesel Chevrolet truck, he's got issues. Vroom, vroom. Surprised he didn't have a smokestack on it.
He's probably trying to reach the top.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing. Maybe it was slipping off of it or something. I don't know. Really? Them bow ties are bad about that. You have to rev them up and pull the weight of the tires that they got on it. All right. Your truck looks nice. I'll give you that for bow ties. All right. So 40 what? What we got? 40 what? Or 35? 35 is right here. This class ain't gonna talk about nothing. Nothing. This is the deadest class I have. The deadest.
I know before class started, I could hear that class over there, and I was thinking you were going to go over there.
Yeah, eventually I am. I don't know why this class is so dead. Maybe it's just that y'all all have bad teachers that condition y'all to be quiet.
Well, my last class, you didn't not say a word.
Well.
And I usually would always say, raise my hand.
Talking about your last what? Math class? Who'd you have? No, not gonna mention.
She needs to retire.
Who did you say? He or she?
She.
Oh, I think I know who it is. All right, so we need a z-score at 35. So 35 minus 50 over 7 is equal to 15, negative 15, y'all check me out, I don't know, over 7. 15 plus 35 is 50. 2 point what?
Negative 2.14.
Everybody get negative 2.14? So let's go over to the handy dandy calculator. And I'll do the left side for those that need to do it. Second function, enter. And we'll go from negative 999, comma, it's negative 2.14, close parentheses. And that's 0.0162. 0.0162. So that's this right here. Now subtract that from 1. Somebody tell me what you get. 0.9838. Well, I can't write. 0.9838. Now let's check it with the handy dandy calculator. And second entry, negative 2.14, comma, 99999. Enter. 9838. It's a miracle. So let's go back to our handy dandy problem and see if we still getting it wrong. What was it? Point what?
9838.
I guess there was something wrong with the last problem. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing y'all's homework for you. All right, let's see what this one says. All right, let y'all do this one. This one says 50 and 7. Find the probability that the test score is going to be between 35 and 61. It's got 2 numbers. I'd quit. Too much work. Right? Just quit. Or erase one of the numbers. Yeah.
Would you say the test score was between us next year?
Between 35 and 61. Need to move before you can see the screen. You got something wrong with your foot or something, or
No,
we'll just make yourself at home?
fine. And I'm continuing
Picture's gonna look like C, of course, those between. And we need to change 35 into a z-score and 61 into a z-score. I don't know about y'all, but I remember doing this in some class. I have no idea where. I think it was at my first statistics class at Clemson. Because when I was coming through high school, you only took algebra, trigonometry, geometry, and well, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry. And then if you were really smart, you got into pre-calculus, okay? And calculus, by your senior year. But the whole point is there was no watered down, there was no math courses to take, because you couldn't do algebra, like probability and statistics. And of course, with the liberal arts getting bigger and bigger and bigger because people couldn't do math, they had to do something in high schools, so they made people do probability and statistics more. And my first probability and statistics class was at Clemson. And I had one of the professors there, and he was a nut. I mean, a nut like eat, breathe, sleep, statistics. I mean, this guy, that's all he thought about. And he couldn't tell you how to get out of a wet paper sack as far as how to do anything. I mean, he was awful. And I remember doing these z-scores, and I had absolutely no clue what he was talking about. And I remember after a while of teaching, I'm sorry, you know what? I mean, he couldn't tell me how to use a z-score table. Back then, you didn't have the calculators that did that, and you had to use a table. But he made it out to be some long, cumbersome process. And I just thought that was interesting because it's not that difficult. It amazes me on how teachers can really go out of their way to make things more difficult than they are. But that was the same way with algebra 2 when I was in high school. So didn't have anything to do with I didn't listen or I didn't write notes or anything. Didn't have anything to do with that. All right. No comment. 50 dead class. Don't even know why I keep trying. Yeah, it must be. No, forget it now. I'm in teaching mode now.
Okay, well,
What? No? Okay, well, I'm going to ignore you.
yeah.
Go ahead.
On my calculator, when I type this in, it does this. I don't.
It's giving you options. It's giving you to put it, yeah. In some calculators, like the silver edition or the whatever edition, they give you different editions. It'll ask you for each individual thing, and you just have to type it in. It's no different.
Okay.
You just have to learn how to type it in a certain way. The 43 is pretty, 43, I'm thinking of HP. The 83 is pretty basic. So if you have an 83, it's probably just going to ask you boom, boom, boom. Just type it in and hit enter. But with more editions, they add more bells and whistles, and you just got to figure out how to type it in. And with those, I think the one you're talking about is giving you this, and you have to type in over here, and this, and you have to type this in, and then hit calculate. Huh?
It wants me to put the names in.
Yeah. It's asking you to do everything. Yeah. It's doing everything for you, so you can't make change in the future. All right. So 50 minus 7 is 43. 36. Y'all getting tired of writing these yet? Like I say, go ahead and start printing those things out, and maybe by next week you'll have them copied. All right, and they're asking you between what scores? I done forgot.
35 and 60.
Okay, 35 and 61. 57, that'd be what, 61 would be in the middle, just about. So of course we gotta get a z-score at 35, and we got that z-score a while ago. What was it? Negative 2.14. We may have already gotten 61, I don't know. But let's do it. 61 minus 50 over 7, thank you, is equal to 61 minus 50 is 9. So that's going to be 9 sevenths. I remember getting 9 sevenths, but I thought it was a negative. What is it? 1 point what? I'm sorry, what?
0.57.
1.57?
61 minus 50.
Y'all are mumbling. What?
61 minus 50 is 11.
Okay, thank you. Told you I suck at subtraction. Minus 11. What?
Well, it's still 1.57.
I know. Thank you. All right. Now, I hope y'all not leading me astray. Because when it comes to subtraction, I suck. All right. Negative. You saying yes, I suck, or yes, you suck at it too? Which one are you saying? So they're going like this. I'm like, thanks. All right. Don't answer. It'll just hurt my feelings, and I'll have to go get stuff installed on my truck that I don't need to make me feel better about myself. All right. So normal CDF. So I can rev my engine up. And what is it? Hit a switch and make it blow black smoke, right? That's what some of them put on it, right? Hit a switch and you mesh and it blows black smoke. Retarded. Anyway, negative 2.14, comma, 1.57. Mr. Cathy, you don't have that on your vehicle, do you? Mr. Cathy probably. What do you drive, Mr. Cathy? Okay. Oh God, another bow tie. Oh, these people with these bow ties. 0.9256. Well, one day y'all might have to get a work truck, so y'all probably buy a Dodge or a Ford, right? Negative. Famous last words. 0.9256. Is that what y'all got?
That's not what it gave me when I typed it in.
Well, hold on. Let me check something. Let's go second function. Bars. Normal. Negative 9999, comma. Negative 2.14. Close parentheses. All right, write that down. All right, and we're going to subtract that from this one. So second function, entry. And I'm just going to go negative, negative 9999 to 1.57, 0, enter. 9417 minus, what was the other one? Anybody write it down?
0.0162.
Is that what I got a while ago? 9256?
I typed it in correctly. It's giving me 2.25.
Let's see, let me bring a calculator. Do not use the subtraction symbol, use the negative symbol. You know you're going to come up here and
Yeah.
it's going to do the right number, you know that, don't you?
Yep.
Negative 2.14. Where'd you get the negative 2.143?
Is that 2.143? That's from the upper number.
Yeah, but you negative, no, you don't. You just type in, remember, z-scores are 2 digits, 2.14, and then 1.57. And enter. I don't know where you. You got a screwed up calculator. Second bars. I don't understand what it's doing. It's going negative 2.14 to 1.57, 50 and 7. It's giving you, I don't know, I've never seen that before. We gotta figure it out. We'll figure it out after class. Let's look at it after class. Because right now it's doing something funky. I don't know what yours is doing. Did you buy it in Stir? Did you buy it at Henry's? All right. Now, so that's 0.9256. Let's check it out and see. Of course, the way y'all are moving around, that must mean y'all fixing to go into spontaneous combustion. So, looks like we got time. Let's pull up my handy dandy. What was it? Point what?
9256.
Fantastic. We get a star. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh God, these are so boring. Okay, well let's go to one that's not boring. Let's go change it up a little bit. All right, try that one. Assume that X is normally distributed with a mean of 44 and a standard deviation of 5. Find the 6th percentile. Find the 6th percentile. So 44.5, find the 6th percentile. Y'all done yet? $44 and 5, so that'd be 44. 49. It did say 5, didn't it? It'd be 54. 59. 39. 34. And 29. Now what? Just sit there and stare at it?
Second function, the bars,
No.
Is this that odds plus?
What?
Is the X equals odds plus E?
Not yet, but yes, you're right. But what do we do with the picture? You stare at it? 6%. Thank you. Find 6% or, guesstimate it. So we know this is 2.5. What's half of 13 or half of 14? 7? 7 plus 2.5 is what? 7 plus 3 is 10. So half of here is 10. So I guess we could go right about here, maybe right in here somewhere. And that would be our representation of 6%. So I'm going to put it right about here. Maybe off a little bit, but I think I'm right. I know it's not in here because that's 2.5. So it's somewhere in here. So I know this, and like I say, the best thing to do is write everything you know. 0.0, is it 6%? So that'd be 0.0600. So now you hit inverse norm and find the z-score. So you pull up your handy dandy virtual calculator. Second, bars, inverse norm, 0.0600. It's a miracle. Negative 1.55. So you're done, right? Nope. Why ain't you done? Well, does negative 1.55 go between 34 and 39? Not that I know of. Last time I counted, like 36 and 37 was in there. Not 1.55, and surely not negative 1.55. So you got to turn this z-score into what you're dealing with up here. And that's where you bring in odds minus odds plus mu. Because what you're looking for is your x. So x is equal to odds plus mu. All right, what's the standard deviation? And your z-score is negative 1.55. And mu is what? I don't remember, 44? Now, somebody tell me what you think it is common sense wise. Maybe 36, somewhere around there. All right, somebody take and crunch that out. 34.69. Okay, 34, real 35, 34.69. I don't know what they round it to. Don't care. Y'all can do that. Not elementary school, so y'all can do that. 35. Okay, I said 36, 35. As long as it's not 107 and you're down there at 35, yeah, everything's fine. Okay, that's why you do the guesstimation. That's why you use a little bit of common sense. When you get the answer, you can say, okay, maybe this is right, maybe this is wrong. Capiche? Now make sure, I'm going to take the roll, make sure when y'all work on homework that y'all cover 7.2. 7.2 is 80% of your test. Probably going to be taking a test next week. Okay? Let me go ahead and tell you this. The last week of class, I will go over what's going to happen the last week of class and finals. So some of y'all that's starting to turn into hammy, you don't need to turn into hammy in this class, okay? We are not going to do 15 sections the last week of class. If I don't cover it, I don't cover it. Capiche? Unit 3, that's it. Math 120. Set attendance. Applewhite's here. Bailey. Bannister's here. Bearden's here. Bronner. Chrissy. Yep, she hides. Brown. Kathy's here. Cromer. Cromer's not here. Croxton. She's not here. Demondon. Elrod, Fielding, Gafford's here, Jabert, not here. Jabert's in a ditch, drunk somewhere. Hall, Hewell's here, Hyatt's here, Jordan's here, Madden, Medlin, Mentis, Norris, Orr is here, Chiesi is here, Peralta and Smith not here. Wallace, Webb, Wary. Y'all have a good weekend. Try not to self-combust. And don't turn into Hammy on me. I don't understand what yours is doing. I really don't.
I think this is why I've been getting anything and everything manipulated on the computer wrong. I don't know.
Unity. I have no idea what it's doing. Normal CDF. Mode. Well, first of all, it needs to be in degree. They don't have anything to do with it. Normal, scientific, function. Stat. Second. What? Everything's off. Just looking through everything. Stat Diagnostic. Stat Wizard. I want to turn Stat Wizard off. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now. Second bars. Normal CDF. There we go. What was it was Stat Wizard. What was the numbers? Negative 2.14. Well, we need to make sure it's doing the right thing.
It was negative 2.14 and 1.57. 15 seconds.
Don't even have to do that. You already figured it. There you go.
Thank you.
Just turn the wizard off in the mode. I don't know why the wizard is not working, but don't trust that wizard. Usually it does right, but I don't know if they've got something set different on that one.
I have no idea. I feel like I could easily blame this to the pre-cal class I took, because that teacher, he honestly didn't even have his degree to be teaching that, and he didn't know half the time, and he literally, in the class I was in, depended on me to get the right answers and went off that, but he screwed up my calculator somewhere.
Sounded like he didn't know. What was his name?
Martin, Anthony Martin. He's tough. He was terrible.
What it sounds like.
He was.
Well, now it's fixed.
Well, thank you.
All right, be good.